The most dangerous wars aren't the biggest. They're the wars with no endgame. Because when nobody knows what victory looks like, nobody knows when to stop. And that's what makes the current U.S.-Iran conflict so dangerous. Not the missiles, not the headlines, not even the risk of escalation. The real danger is much simpler. Nobody can clearly explain how this war ends. Think about it. What is the actual objective? Regime change? A nuclear agreement? Deterrence? Containment? Each objective requires a completely different strategy, and each leads to a different ending. The problem is that political leaders, analysts, and even allies often describe different goals. When nobody agrees on the destination, every military action creates more uncertainty than clarity. That creates a political trap. Every strike creates pressure for another strike. Every response demands another response. And every escalation makes de-escalation look like weakness. Leaders become prisoners of their own decisions, not because they want a larger war, but because backing down becomes politically harder with every new move. The economic risks are just as serious. The Strait of Hormuz remains one of the most important energy choke points on Earth. A significant share of global oil trade passes through this narrow corridor. The world doesn't need Hormuz to close. It only needs uncertainty. Markets react to fear. Investors react to risk. And prices react long before any actual disruption occurs. But the most important dimension may be psychological. Iran has spent decades preparing for pressure. Its strategy is often based on patience, strategic patience, absorb pressure, wait, extend timelines, increase costs. The goal is not necessarily to win quickly. The goal is to remain standing longer than your opponent expected. The United States often operates according to a different clock. Political cycles are shorter. Public attention is shorter. Pressure for visible results is stronger. That creates a dangerous mismatch. One side is thinking in months. The other may be thinking in years. And wars become unpredictable when both sides are playing different games at different speeds. That's why the central question is not who is stronger. It's not who has more missiles. It's not who wins the next exchange. The real question is, what does victory actually look like? And right now, nobody seems able to answer it with confidence. No clear victory, no clear settlement. No clear exit, just escalation, uncertainty, and competing objectives. History shows that wars without a defined endgame are often the wars that last the longest. And sometimes the most dangerous wars are not the ones that begin without a plan. They're the ones that continue without an ending. So I'll leave you with one question. What does victory actually look like? Because until someone can answer that, this war may be far more dangerous than it appears. If geopolitics feels intentionally confusing, subscribe. We explain the world without the jargon.